I'm Dean Barrett. I mean, Remington, child trauma counselor. Sam threw an arm around my shoulders.
And my mate.
Would those words ever stop sending a thrill through me? A roar, no, make that two dual roars, tore down the street, caused by two motorcycles that parked on the opposite side of our truck than the other vehicles. The motorcycles couldn't have been more different. One was what I thought was called a chopper, the front wheel sticking out quite a ways from the body of the bike, all leather and chrome, and I was fairly certain I recognized the Harley-Davidson logo. The man on that bike wore the quintessential biker jacket with patches, leather pants, and a helmet that just covered the top of his head, goggles protecting his eyes. The other man was on a crotch rocket, bright red. He wore some kind of riding suit that included a tighter, more form-fitting jacket with a protective, armor-like covering. The pants were similar, with less of an armor look. His helmet covered his whole head, and when he removed it, I was shocked to see the family resemblance between the two riders.
Patton, Ozzy,
Sam greeted them.
Team, these boys are the best gunners east, north, south, or west of the Chicago River. I've got the higher kill count,
the crotch rocket rider said.
But I've got the higher headshot count,
his brother countered, his eyes flashing and his body language conveying that he was gearing up for a fight. Before they could dissolve into a family squabble, Pierce stepped in.
You boys are just in time. We haven't even started unloading the big stuff. Stash anything you need in the house and let's get unloading.
I leaned in to whisper into my mate's ear. I can see why he wanted Pierce on the team. Sam smiled, though his worried gaze lingered on Cyrus, who was already loading his arms up with boxes.
He and I are going to have to figure out how to break the news to Cyrus without breaking that boy's spirit.
I patted his arm. Best do it when the others aren't around. For this afternoon, just let him be one of the gang. I started to step away, but Sam swept me into a deep kiss, stealing my breath and sending my heart racing.
This is it, babe. The team, our home, our family. It's getting real.
I know you've been impatient, I said, as if I hadn't been itching to get things going myself. We're here.
We're here,
Sam repeated, kissing me gently before going back to unloading the truck. As I headed up to the house, I turned to survey our new neighborhood. Everything was a little dismal and gray in the cloudy winter light, but I could already imagine it in the height of summer. Our street ended in a cul-de-sac, which meant children would probably be skateboarding in the street, or playing basketball at the end. I rested my hand on my stomach. I could see our child playing here. A happy sigh escaped me. Who was I to deserve this happiness? A flutter of something in the window across the street caught my eye, and it took me a moment to realize that it was just a curtain. I was about to turn away when it fluttered again, the movement caused by a small, wide-eyed child watching us intently. There was something about him that pinged my counselor radar. Maybe the way his face was so serious, or how still he was, other than the brief movement that had drawn my attention. Sam called to me. Or maybe it was just pregnancy hormones, latching onto every child and activating my parental urge to smother them with love. Even so, as I reached the door of the house, I turned to look at the window again. The little boy was still watching, still wide-eyed, so still. I was blocking the door and stepped inside so the Alphas could enter, turning my mind to the task at hand. Chances were that little boy wasn't going anywhere. I was sure I'd have a chance to love on him soon.